How's it going? So what's the best way to think about the sort function? So I wrote down some rules. Here they are. So what are we doing? We take two values, which is a and b, and then it does the following thing. If the function returns positive, put a first and b second. A first and b second. If the function returns negative, put b first and a second. If the function returns 0, do nothing. Move on. And do that until all values are sorted. Do that until all values are sorted. So I'll link it in the description below. But this is generally how it functions. So let's look at this example. So take two values, 1 and 2. If the function returns positive, right? So think about this is A, this is B. Now I know it's factually not correct because it's actually, this is actually A. Well, this is actually B and this is actually A. But forget about that. Just think in terms of two values. This one and this one. So the first value is A, the second value is B. Okay? Now, if we return positive, so we return positive. Okay? So we return any positive value. So let's say 100. We know that A is going to be first and B is going to be second. So the array is going to be 1, 2. Okay? Now, if we return negative value, B is going to be first, which is 2, and A is going to be second. So if we change this to minus, do you see? B becomes second and A becomes... Honestly, to avoid confusion, you can just do it this way. This is like the easiest way to do it. Because you see, anyway, let's continue. Let's continue, and then I'll explain the rest. Alright, and if we do 0, it will do absolutely nothing. If we return 0, it will do nothing. So 1 is going to stay 2. So let's do some weird numbers. Let's do, I don't know. We take 5 and 8. Well, let's take 8 first and 5 second. Okay? So if we return 1, what's going to happen? A is going to be first, and B is going to be second. So A is 8, B is 5. So we return 1, 8 is going to be first, and B is going to be 5. Okay? So we return positive. That means put A first and put B second. So A is 8, B is 5. So it puts 8 first, B second. If we return negative, it will put B first and A second. So now 8 is going to be second because it's A, and B is going to be first, which is going to be 5. So it's going to be 5, 8 basically. Do you understand? And if we do 0, nothing is going to happen. And that's it. Does that make sense? We can do, I don't know, anything you want. We can do first value and then second value. It makes no difference what the things are. The most important thing is what does it return. Okay? So if we return -1, it's going to take, so if we return -1, it's going to take, again, like I'm trying to kind of explain it without being confusing, but like this function is just confusing. So again, think about, if the function is negative, we take the second value and put it first. I can probably rewrite it. Well, let's put first value, usually A, and second value, usually B. Then first value is first, and then second value is second, if the function is positive. If the function is negative, then second value goes first, and then first value goes second. If the function returns 0, then both stay in the same position. No change, move on. It's basically an algorithm in the back, which is just running, and we don't see it, but I mean that's the way it functions. Again, if we return, we take two values, first and second. If we return -1, second value is gonna go first, first value is gonna go second. So let's do that. -1, second value goes first, first value goes second. If we return 1, first value goes first, second value goes second. And if we return 0, nothing happens. Okay, so I'll show you that nothing happens because I can move second value here, and then you will see that although there's no numerical benefit to this, but I mean whatever. But you see, because we're returning 0, nothing happens. Just absolutely nothing happens. Now the only confusion in here is that when you console log A and B, you will see that the B is actually the first value, but A is actually the second value. So, to overcome that, we can just put like this BA. Whoops. We can just do, goddammit, BA like this. So now it's correct. A is the first value, B is the second value. So the easiest way would be, is like this, second value, and then first value. So now there is no confusion. So this would be first value, and then this would be second value. I think for algorithm, that's the way they want it. So I mean, just go ahead and put the second value as the first argument and first value as a second argument. So it's confusing, but you see, like the confusion is that according to arguments, second value is first, but first value is second, right? But according to the logic, first value is first, second value is second, and that's it. Now you can probably think about it differently. You can probably put, if you look, so because my logic works with values from here, it doesn't really care about what's in here. You can think about it differently, which is just ignore what's in here and just focus on the arguments. So then your logic is going to be probably then your logic is probably going to look something like this. So you have your first argument, and then you have your second argument, right? So your logic is going to be reversed then. Oh my god, it's gonna be. Nah, it's way too confusing. Way too confusing to do it this way. Because your logic is gonna be reversed then. Because then it's gonna be, if the value returns positive, second value goes first, and first value goes last. Right, so that's 1. So we're gonna get no, it's actually correct. Hold on a second. Yeah, but you see, yeah, because man, even like I'm getting confused. Okay. Bottom line, just stick to just stick to what I told you. Let me just try to figure this out 1 sec. Oh my god. Let me just pause 1 sec. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Basically, do not put AB like this. Don't do it. Don't do it. Right. Just put BA like this. This is way easier. So your first argument is second, and your second argument is first, and then the logic starts to work, right? Because if you return positive, then first argument goes first, second argument goes second. If you return negative, second argument goes first, first argument goes second. Do you see? So the key is just to change in here, and then the logic starts to work. And then if you return 0, do nothing. That's it then. I'll probably put it in here. What is the best way to write arguments in the sort function so that it is in line with logic? Write in arguments, write second argument first and first argument second. So it should be like this. Then like logic is in line with what the function is doing. Because if you put first value here, second value here, the logic just becomes reverse, and it's like it's too. You can get used to it over time if you just keep doing it, you know. But like it's just there's no reason to use mental resources when the fix is so simple. Just put second argument first and first argument second, and then that's it. Then the rest is just super easy. It's just mentally very easy to think about it. Okay? So again, the bottom line, take two values, first value, second value, right? And then compare. If the function returns positive, put the first value first, second value second. If the function returns negative, put the second value first and the first value second, right? If the function returns 0, do nothing, move on. That's it. And continuously do it until all the numbers or values inside the function are sorted. Done. That's it. And to get the function to work, to be in line with the logic, write down the second argument in sort here and first argument here, and then it will start working. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.